Fair enough.
Just say cut and then, well, I mean, I guess we just did, but.
I'm gonna do Kristen Chenoweth whenever she leaves her cuts and she'll go cut and she'll cut her neck off. We're not gonna keep that in, but I thought it's funny to like try to do it.
Cut.
Cut! She like gets really close to the camera, she goes cut, and it's like really awkward, but she's Kristen and I love her. Anyway. Hello everyone, happy Imbolc. Today we celebrate the sun returning and the welcoming of spring, and I thought we'd do that best with making candles. So I have a few supplies in front of me. Some of these I've collected over time, but I will have links in the description box for the candle wax, the color dye, and the 6-inch Candle Wicks, which I have right here. So right here is the this is a fondue pot. So I would recommend doing this project on the stove. For filming purposes, I have this fondue pot with just a bowl on top. And then we also have a 5-pound thing of white beeswax pellets. And then we have our color dyes, and I'll get a zoom in on this in a second, but we're gonna do dark blue and pink to represent winter and spring coming in. And then I also have a green one just because I wanna make something for my mom. So I'm gonna make a green candle. I'm hoping the 5-pound wax will get me 3 candles. It should, but I kind of guesstimated on this, so we'll see. I forgot to mention the glue gun, so I'm gonna say right here. Also, don't forget a glue gun. Cut. Okay, so I want to get close-ups of what we're using, so I'm probably going to have pictures as well. But these are just, I'll have to look up where I got these from. I know from Amazon, but these are the color dyes we're using. They're just little chips of color, and they're really easy to use. You just let them melt. I'll find a link for these as well, but yeah, these are these guys. And then let me get the pellets. And this guy is what a 5-pound bag of beeswax pellets looks like. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the actual candy making process. Okay, so we got the water almost boiling to where we need it. We don't need it boiling too hard. And then we have our bowl.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
We're going to use the jar to measure how much wax we need. So I'm just going to pour it from the bag itself and then fill it all the way to the top. We're probably going to lose some volume with the boiling process, so I think filling it up to the brim will probably serve us well. And then we're going to take the wick and use our hot glue to hot glue it to this little round end right here. And then we're going to glue it all the way down at the bottom of the jar. Okay, this is this is day 2, scene, whatever. I have the boiler going, it's not quite ready yet, but I did change up how I did the jars because as you can see, I did it on string attached to this clip instead just because the 6-inch wick that I had wasn't going to work. So I just changed it to this candle making string, and then I already have the clips here. So I think that's going to do a better job, and I'm just waiting on the wax to start boiling. Cut. Okay, so I know earlier in the video I briefly mentioned Imbolc and that we're welcoming the sun back, which is why we're making candles, but it's also known as Brigid's Day. So Brigid is a Celtic goddess of the home and hearth, and she's also the goddess of fire, which is why we're doing the candles today. And yeah, I actually really like Imbolc because it means spring is on the horizon, and it's coming very soon, and I can't wait. Because we have impending snowstorms, and I'm really tired of kind of being inside, so I wanted to make candles just to, I don't know, bring some warmth and peace and hope, because we are getting to warmer weather, hopefully eventually. So yeah, that's Brigid's Day for you. Alright, so this is day 3. This is the next day of the candle setting, and as you can see, there's a little, they have buttholes, and that's fine. I do have a double boiler going on the stove. I'm not going to film the wax melting today just because we know what melting wax looks like. So it looks like there's holes in this because this is the property of beeswax, like using beeswax for candles. Supposedly, if you mix soy wax in with the mixture, then they won't grow buttholes, I guess you would say. But I didn't have soy wax, so I'm just going to pour some more wax in and hopefully everything will go according to plan. Okay, I just want to get B-roll footage of the candles melting, and they actually came out pretty. This looks really pretty on camera with the glow of the flame. And yeah, they came out really nice, and now we're going to talk about, I don't know, final thoughts and wrap up. So final thoughts time. So I really like how the candles came out. I think they came out really pretty. I really love this blue with the pink on top. However, I do have some thoughts. So you did not see me put scents into these because I live in a sensitive nose household, me included. So we just nixed that. However, I would recommend doing your research before you just willy-nilly put any fragrance inside your candles, because there are specific fragrances that can be used for candles and some that aren't. Like, I don't think essential oils can go into candles, not least without some, what do they call it? Some form of diluter. However, again, do your research, don't take my word for it, because it's been a long time since I've done scents. Actually, I haven't made candles, I think, since like 2021, and I forgot how much fun it is. It is a lot of work though, and I won't lie. This is my first time using beeswax, and I kind of regret it only because it did take a lot more effort than just regular soy wax. Soy wax doesn't have the caved inness or the buttholeness that the beeswax pellets provided. And And I did not enjoy that because I don't mind doing a few pours. However, I was kind of getting over spending each day trying to melt wax. So it does take a little bit longer if you use the beeswax pellet. So just keep that in mind. Soy wax is perfectly fine. It's just up to you how you want to do it. And do I have any more thoughts? Oh yeah, and also, before you buy wicks, like whatever jars or such you want to use, you might want to measure them first and make sure you get longer wicks in case you want to do the ones how I showed earlier in the video, which is where it's just a straight wick with a little metal piece on the bottom. I really like using those wicks. I ended up using string for these, which actually ended up working perfectly fine. The candles are working fine. But I just honestly prefer that method of just putting hot glue down on the bottom of the metal, sticking the wick down in the candle holder, and then that being that. But the string was just fine. And yeah, I think that's it for my final thoughts, so cut. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. So please leave a like and comment below if you're going to be making these candles, because I'd be happy to know. I think this project is perfect for a snowy day. And also, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to come on my art journey with me, because it's going to be a fun year. Also, the links to my social media and some of the items that I use will be in the description box below. And yeah, have a great Imbolc, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Alright, can we go? Let's go through. Come on, bud. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Good boy.